Happy Thursday, everybody. Have you ever wondered why managing your money is so hard? I mean, all the time you're told you're supposed to save and invest and build and save money for retirement and all that, but it's so hard to do that. It's really difficult. So, for this video, it's going to be a little bit different. Rather than getting all technical like I have in the majority of my videos, I just want to kind of do like a brain dump for this one, because I think it's something worth thinking about just with the way that I guess society is designed, and that is essentially to get you to spend your money. If you just think about the simple act of spending money and how that's changed over time, it says something about the practice in which we do these financial transactions. So if you think about originally, maybe you had to like carry a little bag of all these coins or whatever. That's heavy and annoying and you don't want to carry it, and there's only so many that you can carry. And then that improved, then we started getting like paper bills and all these kinds of things. I don't know if I'm being 100% factually correct, but I'm just trying to show a linear progression here. But then you would get like paper bills, and that's a bit lighter, so you could carry more, and you could have a $100 bill, and that weighs exactly the same as a $1 bill. You could stuff those in your wallet. And then we started getting credit cards, where you didn't even have to have the money. You could just have it, and then swipe it, and then sign your name. And if you think about that, well, what else do you sign your name on when it's paperwork? It would be something like a contract or a lease. And you don't go and sign contracts like that without putting a little bit of thought into it at least, right? Well, I mean, now if you look at technology, we've made it even easier to spend money. For some time, you would enter your credit or your debit card, and then you would enter your PIN, which still gave you like a little bit of time to think about making a transaction, but not really enough. And certainly not actually writing your name out saying, yes, I authorize this purchase. But now we've got tap, so you don't even have to think about it. You just go boop, and we've even come forward from there where you don't even have to have your wallet or your cards or anything with you. You can just use your phone with your thumbprint, so you don't have to think about that even more. Or you don't even need to have your phone. You don't even need to take anything out of your pockets. You just press a little button on your watch and tap that. So as much as technology, yes, it makes it a lot more convenient and hopefully safer for you to be spending your money, it also makes it a lot easier for you to spend your money as well. There's less and less time that you have to spend to think about the purchases that you're making. And then another thing would be something like ads, especially when you're like watching some video and one pops up right in the middle of it. Hi, are you broke and feel financially hopeless? Well, why not give more of your money to the government without any expectations of returns by buying lottery tickets? Because, hey, you're probably just going to spend your money on useless crap anyways. Responsibly. And then with technology again, you see that, I mean, Facebook and Instagram and Google, they have all these algorithms and everything to try and show you more of what you want. So they curate all of this information to try and get you to buy things that you would actually be interested in. I guess if you think kind of on a larger scale as well, like nationally or as a country, of course spending is a good thing, right? Because that helps keep money flowing throughout the economy and keeps businesses thriving. So even on like a larger scale, it's a lot better to get the average consumer to be spending more money. But for the average consumer, that's always not so great. That makes it a lot harder for you to make these decisions to actually save a bit or to think twice about how you're properly going to spend your money. There's an example in a book called The Wealthy Barber Returns, and there's a case of this lady who every time she wanted to buy something, she would have to go home, and she kept her credit card frozen in a block of ice. And so she'd take that, put it in the fridge or in the sink or whatever, and would wait until her credit card thawed out of this block of ice. And then by that time she would decide, should I spend the money on this? Do I still want it? Or have those really kind of exciting feelings to buy this initially kind of died down? And more often than not, she decided, okay, maybe I don't need to buy this after all. So I hope this is just kind of a brief message to help you realize that it's really hard to not want to spend money. And I apologize if I'm being a little preachy here, and I'm not trying to say that I don't buy into this as well, because I absolutely do. But again, it's more just the point that it is hard to not spend your money and to consider saving. So I think my point is that if you can recognize that the world's designed in a way to get you to spend your money on all kinds of things, if you can take that extra second or just try and figure out a way that will help you slow down the speed that you can just make these quick transactions or get caught up with ads and trying to keep up with the Joneses and the like, then it might help you make better decisions in the present where you don't go and buy something that you're not going to care about in a couple weeks from now. And that will also help you be more financially free in the future when you don't have a bunch of things that you don't really need and kind of wish you had that money back. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I'd be happy to get your input on this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any tips for others that help you reduce your spending? And I also just want to give a little heads up that over the next couple weeks, I'm going to start introducing new kind of aspects to this thing. I don't even have a name for it yet. So if you have any name ideas, also it'd be great to hear those. I'm going to start posting on YouTube and all different kinds of things. So keep your eye out for those. And I hope to learn a lot more about all this kinds of financial things with you in the future. So I guess with that, have a great weekend and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.